Do you have a plan to increase security in places like that?
The district has up-to-date and well-tested emergency response plans.
12 seconds remaining, Jackson! Time it over!
This program was produced by Lenape District Television.
My oh my, what a beautiful day for hockey, field hockey that is, as we're set to watch the Shawnee Renegades take on the Cherokee Chiefs in varsity field hockey action. And as always, a great big how you doing from the announcer's perspective. It's Jack Watson and Mr. Scott Glosson. Now, Scott, what do you see in this one?
Well, Jack, this is a rivalry matchup that goes way back. Shawnee and Cherokee, you're going to get a very competitive contest. Cherokee's got a little bit of an axe to grind. 5-1 losers the earlier time they played this year. Both teams in the playoffs, both teams looking to go far in the playoffs this year. But for today, it's a district matchup, it's a conference matchup. I look for a really competitive contest.
Sounds like a great district rivalry game. We'll be right back after these messages. Don't go away.
Today's game on LDTV Sports, sponsored by Deborah Heart and Lung Center, where experience matters. 800-555-1990. www.deborah.org. Cherry Hill Nissan, home of the friendly Nissan Giant. On the web at cherryhillnissan.com. Philadelphia Wholesale Produce Market. All the best, all right here. 215-336-3003. Or on the web at www.pwpm.net. Comegno Law Group, specializing in general and special education law, representing individuals, families, public boards of education, and independent schools. 888-313-IDEA or ComegnoLaw.com. Wilmore School of Gymnastics, where every child is special. In Mount Laurel, 856-234-5292. And in Medford, 609-654-9337. Medford Village Car Care, serving the area's car care needs for 30 years. Located at 11 North Main Street in Medford. 609-654-4023. For information on how your business can become a sponsor of LDTV Sports, contact Joe Malagrana, LDTV Underwriting Manager, at 609-268-2000, extension 8680, or by email jmalagrana@lrhsd.org.
Jumping right into action here at Cherokee High School, where the Renegades are taking on the Cherokee Chiefs, and the Chiefs are at home. As we can see already, about a minute has gone by so far, as the ball in Cherokee zone, but they do manage to clear here. As giving it a big wave and a slap is Sarah Nowak, who is the backfielder for the Cherokee Chiefs, and now attempting to move it up and out into the center field. No luck there so far. It looks like it almost trickled out of bounds there, and it does. An inbound play for Shawnee awaits. Now fakes on the inbound and takes a big wind and slaps it out to the left side. An interception, though, by Cherokee. Shawnee takes it quickly back. Skipping along with it now, tried to make a fancy deep move there, but the defense couldn't clear. And now jumping right back in there. Tries to slap it further into the zone, but that will be collected by number 12, Lily Feldman, the senior. Stoppage of play here as the ball way back away from the offensive zone of Shawnee. Now picked up cleanly by Cherokee.
Both teams feeling each other out here a little bit in the first couple minutes of this contest, as most of the play is in the midfield area.
And now it's time for our AXA Equitable keys to the game. AXA Equitable has been providing millions of customers with life insurance, annuities, and other needs-based products since 1859. AXA Equitable, be life confident, and that number is 732-452-7275. And now let's take a look at those keys, shall we? And for Shawnee, they're going to want to use their speed to their advantage in this one.
Yeah, Shawnee, a quicker team than what we'll see from Cherokee, and they have that advantage normally when they're on turf, but on a grass field, that advantage could be neutralized, but they're going to have to get quick possessions and quick movement up the field.
And Cherokee, with their ball handling game, they're going to want to keep that under control.
Yeah, they're going to make good soft passes, good short passes as they move up the field.
And for both teams, as we mentioned previously, precision passing is going to be key.
Just mentioned that a minute ago, the passes and moving to the open areas and hitting the girl that has the open area in the open space.
Those were our keys to the game, sponsored by AXA Equitable. And now racing back toward the middle of the field are Shawnee. And moving past two defenders now, I believe that is number 2, Darby Baliga.
Yeah, good defense there by Alyssa Gervasi for the Chiefs. She tries to move it up, but there's an errant pass picked off by Shawnee.
And a big slapper will try to send that one field wide. And trying to wrist it around the defense is Lily Feldman, who's playing up a little bit from her back position. And now number 28, Allison Hopkins, the senior.
Blocked off nicely by number 8, Sarah Nowak. She tries to move into the middle of the field.
And now a stoppage of play. It's going to be Cherokee ball. Feldman takes the big slapper, and dragging it along will be Nowak.
Renegades come the other way now as they move out to the outside.
And Hopkins tries to dish one in the middle there, but took a divot out there and tried to slap at it. Cherokee ball. And a quick interception now by number 33, Gianna Mancini of the Renegades. And now the Chiefs quickly take back possession.
Still kind of stuck in the middle of the field early in this game, as not much happening in terms of the offensive move, but you're going to see that, I think, most of the game. When I said earlier about the competitive nature of this game, there won't be many opportunities, and when you get one, you better be able to take advantage of it.
They're going to need to handle the ball very well in this battle of possession. And chipping it along and ahead, and multiple players will be chasing after that one, but quickly recovered by Shawnee. Hopkins takes it up the right side, speedily tapped away by Nowak, and a slap forward will cause a stoppage. Now Feldman
tries to make a little inside-outside move over Sabrina Solomon. Solomon would have none of it, and the ball eventually turned over to Shawnee.
Now a winding pass in the middle. The attempt, and now an attempt for Shawnee. And we do apologize, that name is Sarah Novak, the senior for the Cherokee Chiefs.
It's our first real shot on goal, and a big save by Sam Rubin. They battle for it, and it's going to be possession for Cherokee. So there's our first scoring opportunity. And Sam Rubin comes up huge early here for the Chiefs to keep it scoreless.
Winding back and around there, trickles out to the right side, and Hopkins and number 24, Brooke Yarinsky, are there to fight for it. And after multiple stoppages, it is finally Cherokee ball. A slapping pass out there to Yarinsky, who will drag it along ahead, and it's intercepted quickly.
Yeah, Yarsinski doing a nice job there.
Now Shawnee begins the quick road back.
Nice jump in there by number 12, Lily Feldman, to intercept that attempted pass to the center by Shawnee. Now the Renegades have a little bit of space. Tell you, that field looks like it's in absolutely beautiful condition with all the bad weather we've had the last 48 hours or so.
Nothing but blue skies headed our way for today's contest, and dragging it quickly into the offensive zone now.
Good
Trying
battle
to get a
right
hold
in
on
front.
it. Now slapping it out of bounds, and to the right side will be number 15 for the Renegades, Sabrina Solomon.
Yeah.
And now it's time to take it to our AXA Equitable Sideline Report. AXA Equitable has been providing millions of customers with life insurance, annuities, and other needs-based products since 1859. AXA Equitable, be life confident, and that number once again is 732-452-7275. Now let's take it to Sam Voro for our Sideline Report. Sam?
Thanks, Jack. I talked to Coach Danucci from Cherokee before the game today. She told me that the team is excited to play their sister school. And to prepare, they've been practicing their basic skills and reiterating those. And to recover from the injuries like Beck Moretti and the other Tarazuli, the team has been really switching positions on the field. And Coach Tolliver from Shawnee has told me that the team is really ready to play the game today. And to prepare, they've been reviewing footage from their last game and fixing their mistakes. And the team is hoping to bring high energy and work hard and to practice patient defense. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Sam. Certainly an exciting one out of the gates indeed, as we just saw a breakaway attempt there from Jess Havers of the Cherokee Chiefs.
Yeah, Jess Havers, nice job there on the breakaway, but good defense staying right with her, and she ended up getting a shot away, but it was defended by the Shawnee girls very strongly.
Now Fanning on the pass. She'll take a quick pivot and tries to center.
Yep, there'll be a foul there, and looked like impeding. I don't know if that's the technical term for it, but she was in the way.
And now Feldman will take this one.
I think they call it obstruction. I like impeding, but the rules probably says obstruction.
Impeding, a little bit of a more sophisticated word.
That's me, Mr. Sophistication, Jack. You know that.
That's right. That's what 2 years of announcing with Mr. Scott Glossner will teach you.
Good move down the right side. Real pressure here coming in on, now it looks like 3-on-2. We got an odd man rush.
And now a
Pass
centering
goes,
pass.
oh.
Now
Nice
tries
shot.
to keep
A
the play
knockdown.
alive
Nice
there.
First real odd man rush of the game, or I guess we'd call it odd girl rush. Odd numbered rush.
And tipping it out of bounds off of the deflection will be Shawnee. And now a good pass to get it in there on the left side. Speedily stolen back though.
Looking for Yarsinski down there low on that last pass.
Novak had possession of it, trying to get a give and go pass from her teammate Feldman, but nothing doing there. And now taking a divot out of it with the pass there. A whistle blown, still Cherokee ball, and they'll continue on this rush. It'll be Novak. And she tips one out to her teammate, and quickly recovering from it is Feldman. She'll slap one around to the right side, and a stoppage of play. And now some cheering from the stands here.
Looks like our first corner for
And
the
it
Chiefs.
is.
Okay, it'd be interesting to see what kind of strategy they have. Usually you'll get a flyer that comes running in. You may let one go through, but this is always a score, usually a scoring opportunity here.
And
Good
Bodine
ball.
is the one.
Just jumped over Novak's stick.
She'll try to swing one along, and the ball will stay in Cherokee possession.
Right out the top, just outside the top of the scoring crease there. Scoring circle, if you will.
And another stoppage of play indicated by the officials.
And another corner.
And Gab Bodine will be taking this one. Just a freshman, number 2. Winds up big and gets it out to the middle for the center.
Quick pressure from Shawnee, though.
Slapping one will be Feldman.
We'll do it again.
So the third corner kick in rapid succession here.
They don't actually kick it, Jack.
Well, akin to soccer,
Yes.
it is a kick. I know, a big hit. And that was a long one as Cherokee will recuperate.
Oh, nice
on
back
offense.
checking there. Couldn't really tell who the number was.
And because of a high ball, it will be a free pass for number 8, Novak. A blowing of the whistle indicates another violation, but it will still stay in the possession of Cherokee. Drags it along back now. Swinging it along is Feldman and touched illegally, so that will indicate a stoppage, but quickly recovering. And a stoppage there. Good job of cutting off the pass, but it is a turnover. And Shawnee will be the ones to send this one all the way back.
They need to relieve some of this offensive pressure that Cherokee's put on in the last 5 minutes or so.
Oh, and it will stay in the Shawnee zone due to an out-of-bounds violation. Now dragging it along was a Shawnee defender, but quickly picked. And around the top of the KO, and it's quickly
nice.
taken back. And now a fast break opportunity for Shawnee. It's
Julie Duncan, almost on a breakaway, moves in, shoots.
Duncan for the
and
shot, score! Now that's how you start a field hockey game for Shawnee.
Yeah, 13 minutes, 43 seconds into this contest. The Renegades on the board first, and Julie Duncan with just an incredible burst of speed. She probably got it just a third of the way up the field and just blew by everybody on the Shawnee, or Cherokee, I'll get it right, it's one of those schools, on the Cherokee defense.
And a great singular effort.
And a great shot, though. She went far side. Sam Rubin had the angle cut off, but she just gave a little bit of room on that far side, and Julie Duncan didn't miss it.
Cleared the length of the field now. Cherokee has some space here, and going back for the steal now are the Renegades, playing a lot of pressure up front there.
It's a perfect example of the key to the number one key to the game, which was Shawnee using their speed there, Jack.
And a very speedy play indeed.
As Julie Duncan able to dribble the ball while using that real good burst of speed. So we'll see how the Chiefs respond here now down a goal.
Now trying up with it was Vic Rawdon.
Katie Copper now on the far side.
Takes it up the left, and a good pass there, but cut off by number 32.
Looks like we got a Shawnee timeout. Coach Tolliver using this opportunity, something she didn't like. Except for that breakaway, that's the amazing thing. Cherokee had territorial edge there for about a good 6-7 minutes of that first half. But the one free ball came out to Duncan, and she just blew by everybody and right in and made her shot count and put the Renegades up 1-0. So Coach Tolliver calls her team over. Coach Danucci calls her team over.
And now let's take a look at our Cherry Hill Nissan replay of that pass goal. Cherry Hill Nissan on the web at www.cherryhillnissan.com. And now a quick fast break play here.
Yeah, Duncan gets to the ball about just shy of midfield and moves right in, and then look at that shot right in the corner. Rubin was in good position, gave away a little too much far side, but Julie Duncan just got it in there with a couple inches to spare to put the Renegades up 1-0.
A slap shot snipe akin to Ovechkin there, and the Renegades are up 1-0.
Interesting timeout, though. You get the goal, and maybe Coach Tolliver just wasn't happy with the overall defensive scheme that her team was playing, as Cherokee seemed to be possessing for a long time in the Shawnee end until Duncan's breakaway. So Tolliver calls them in and says, hey, girls, let's wake up here on defense.
Do you think this will affect the momentum of the game, though, the speed of Shawnee?
Well, I don't think it'll slow them down any. I think what she wants to do is just say, hey, you're letting them possess the ball for too long a period of time. And so we'll see if any changes come out of that timeout. It'll be Shawnee ball.
Starting from the back and to the right will be Krista Hoffman. Awaiting the referee's signal, and coming off for the Cherokee Chiefs will be Bodine. And coming on back around will be Shawnee, in a violation here. Cherokee ball. So even after the opposing team's timeout, Cherokee will keep it in their zone for a few seconds.
Battle at midfield there between Lily Feldman and Julie Duncan, our goal scorer.
Cherokee possession here and sending it long and quick will be Feldman, but moving itself out to the left side.
Oh, nice defensive play there by Vic Rodden to take that ball away on the far side. But right back to Shawnee. Just out of the reach. Goes to Lily Feldman.
Cherokee will retain possession now. So quickly given away. Slapping it all the way to the left, and a steal here for the Cherokee Chiefs.
Katie Copper, but loses it over the end line. Ball goes over to Shawnee now.
So a large majority of the players stay where they are for this one. A violation there on defense by Feldman, and
Stick violation there. Oh, here we go. It's Duncan again, looking to go to center.
now taken up.
Solomon in front.
And
and just goes wide.
But it is out of bounds, and a fiery offensive attempt there ends in a boundary violation and a long corner hit here. Getting down to pass that one and out of bounds yet again.
Yeah, and it'll go off Cherokee, so we'll try that again for Shawnee. Ball gets tossed over. Looks like number 1, Ashley Wetzel. Very nice spin move. Looking to make something happen.
Holding on it, and I believe it's a corner hit.
I believe you're right. Looked like a little push from the referee. Number 33 for the Renegades. Looks like Gianna Mancini will take the corner. See what kind of strategy the Renegades have.
Mancini only
nicely
a sophomore.
stopped. Deflected right to the Shawnee girl. There's a pass in the center. Oh, and just fanned on it was Duncan. And then the violation. Julie Duncan had a wonderful opportunity to make it a 2-0 game, but it just went under her stick as she tried to do a one-timer, as they say in hockey.
Which hockey?
Field hockey, ice hockey, street hockey.
And now quickly moving back with it is Shawnee, and a
kicked out
deflection in
nicely.
front.
I think Sam Rubin got a piece of that and kicked it out. Ball going to go on the end line to Shawnee, though. All right, so a little bit of momentum. You asked about momentum, and it seems since Coach Tolliver took that timeout, the momentum has surged over to the Renegades. Bouncing ball is deflected.
And it's at the key now. Hits it out in front, but a big wall of defense will prevent that from going anywhere.
Then an obstruction call. Oh.
Now falling, getting up under both
Talk
of their
about
own
rivalry, Jack. Both of those girls want that ball.
Now tried to dish it out to the right side, but nothing doing there. Slides it along.
Steps inside. We're going to get a centering pass, and there's the shot. Oh, nice stick work by the Chiefs to keep that out before it got to the goal. Another obstruction call, I guess. Back into that corner again, and again a centering pass.
And now at the left side.
Now they move it over. And the shot goes out over the end line. And so finally, Cherokee will get some type of possession.
And now Feldman will swing it out to the left side, but moving very close to the LDTV truck is that one. And Wetzel will hit it out for Shawnee.
Quickly picked up by a member of our LDTV crew. Tosses it back into the girl. Nice play.
Now trying to twist around with it, but it will end up out of bounds.
Wetzel and Yarsinski. Oh, referee says, no. Put that back where it's supposed to be. So Ashley Wetzel now puts it on the line and then goes. Didn't get good stick on that one, but it eventually does get through.
And now at the top of the key, being heavily defended now. Tries to swing it along to the inside, and stoppage here, and Cherokee gets it. Now Shawnee working it around at the point. Very close to the out of bounds marker. Stays in Shawnee possession. Now Wetzel gives to her teammate. Hoffman will be the one to inbound this one. Now very close to the cage. A little too close for comfort here. Cherokee attempts to clear, but the ball's still up for grabs, and now...
And hit her foot, so that'll go over to the other team, which in this case is Cherokee's possession.
Hits it up, but deflects off of a stick, and now it's Shawnee ball again. And a good steal there, but readily taken back by Shawnee.
Jack, have you ever tried to play with a field hockey stick?
I believe once in 7th grade it was very difficult.
It is humongously difficult. You can't imagine, unless you've tried it, it just feels odd because of the roundness of the backside. And you can't use the back of the stick. You actually have to turn it around and always use the hitting area. Unlike regular hockey where you can do a backhand, you can't do that in field hockey. And it's just a strange feeling. I give these girls all the credit in the world to the skills that they have.
Absolutely. And now Yarzinski was trying to try something up and ahead. But Shawnee possession.
Since that timeout, the game has been decidedly in the Cherokee end here. Duncan through to Solomon. There's defense there nicely by number 12, Lily Feldman. Ball goes over to Cherokee.
Feldman slaps it up, and a quick interception here. And now dragging it along. Trying to retain possession here, but it's taken. And now Shawnee will begin the quick road back. Now in on the left side here. And a poke check here will keep the ball out of Shawnee possession and into Cherokee's.
Cherokee doing a nice job of bunching up in front of the goal area, keeping Shawnee a little bit at a distance at least. But I think Coach Danucci would like to see the play at the other end of the field for a little bit. Now we got a stoppage, clock stoppage. Not sure what we got here. We got a discussion between our referees, or our officials. Discussing the last call, maybe, the last play. Gonna take the ball. And not sure what they're gonna do. Form coaches from Shawnee, or I'm sorry, Cherokee, what happened. And they're gonna have a face-off. Yes, they are.
This is something you rarely see.
A draw. Coach Danucci's kind of pleading her case over there as you see her walking into our screen camera angle right now. She wants a little further explanation from the officials as to why the call is and why the ball's where it is. And now the referee is saying, put your stick here.
And a draw in the zone of Cherokee.
And they battle for it, the whistle, and Cherokee possession.
Now brought it along to center, and the backs of Shawnee will work it into the offensive zone. Swung around there to the left side, waiting to see what to do with it here.
Nice move in there. Looks like number 3, Lucia Danya,
Round to the
coming
left.
in.
I believe searching for the centering pass there, but a whistle and Cherokee ball. Now winding for a pass here, and the referees indicate it's still Cherokee ball. Now in the final minutes of the first half, Cherokee's going to want to go out of the first half with a little bit of momentum, a little bit of scoring chances, a little confidence on offense.
Nicely kept in over here by Hopkins. At least I believe that's Hopkins. Yes, it was.
Now taking a divot out of the grass there.
Oh, nice ball.
It was right between the legs.
Kaylin Flannery with a nice ball, but then we'll get an obstruction. It'll go to Cherokee. She's finally got the ball across midfield for a short period of time. Quickly back into their end again. Hopkins cuts off that pass. Attempts to center.
And now a poke check by Novak. And Cherokee will get possession here. Tries to clear out.
To Havers. Havers now looking up. Stick obstruction. Big ball just through Yarsinski. And the battle down in the far corner.
Poking it up and out though.
Eventually rolling over the end line to possession to go over to the Renegades.
And now chips it along with a short pass. Taken away here. And the Chiefs trying to work around this one. It's out of bounds though. And now chips it ahead between the legs of a few defenders, and now a whistle will indicate Cherokee possession, and Novak will take this one. Golfs it along ahead, and now that will be number 38, Christina Oreo, the freshman forward for Cherokee. And now stops it. Now moving quickly up with it will be Flannery. Flannery brings it up the right side.
Tries to cross. Looks for Duncan. Oh, nice play. Good jump in there by Joelle Wash. But Duncan gets it back. There's a little bit of that speed again.
Now moving along to the center.
Looks like it was kicked out by
And another kick save.
Rubin.
And a flurry of offensive chances here late in the first half.
Cherokee able to finally clear it out down on that far side. It looks like Christina Oreo over there.
And now a slapper will bring the ball to midfield where it is stolen by a Shawnee midfielder there. And now a stoppage. And Shawnee will get it back. Now chipping it along to the near side.
Yarsinski up the left side. Oh, and nicely taken away by Hopkins. Allison Hopkins with a nice takeaway there. And then he battled over with Novak, and eventually the violation called against Shawnee.
Novak will move it up. Yarsinski to her left. And she will connect on the pass here. And a good job of keeping it away from not one but two Shawnee defenders here, and now falling was one Shawnee defender. Now moving it up the left side here will be Havers, and it's good poke check there. And the ball will trickle out of bounds for Novak, who will inbound. She'll do the honors for Cherokee. Now bats it out of the air. That's a violation.
High sticking violation. Can't hit the ball above a certain part of your body. I believe it's waist high, if I recall. All right, Cherokee trying to set something up as we're under 2 minutes remaining in the first half. They really could use some offensive momentum here.
Referee indicates a stoppage here. A little bit under a minute and a half to go in the first.
Sarah Novak crosses. Copper
Now
trying to get on it. Defended nicely there by number 43, Lily Argyle. And eventually the ball will go back over to Shawnee with a long clearing pass. It's like Maddie Bray maybe on that left side, 44.
And now a 3-on-1 ensues.
Duncan
Catching
in
up
the
is
middle.
Cherokee, but pivoting and stopping ultimately. And will this be a corner?
The way they're set up, yes. They're trying to decide who's going to take it. It looks like finally number 38, Olivia Dre. Under 30 seconds by the time she hits this ball. So this might be the last. Duncan lets it come all the way out to her. Big
Now on the
drive.
right side
Oh,
arc.
swing and a miss. And there's another drive and
Hands on it.
deflected. And I think it was deflected. I was going to say, I thought it was deflected off a Shawnee player. So that'll send the ball over to Cherokee. That was a big slap shot there.
Now hits it along. Just a few moments to go here in the first half. Now Yarsinski will chug it along, and that, with the sound of the air horn, is how 30 minutes of field hockey concludes. So a big goal by the Shawnee Renegade, number 13, Julie Duncan. The senior has certainly seen her fair share of field hockey in her career. And now let's take a look at our Cherry Hill Nissan replay of this past, I believe, chance by Shawnee.
Yeah, it was a
And
big slap shot. Let's see if we can pick up the number. There was the swing and a miss. And then deflected. Looked like it might have got off Julie Duncan, not really sure. But good scoring chance. Goes awry when it's deflected off the player out of bounds. 10 minutes between halves. We are at halftime. And the score at the halftime, the Shawnee Renegades 1, the Cherokee Chiefs 0.
that's how a half of field hockey concludes. For Scott Gloucester, I'm Jack Watson, and we'll see you in a few moments.
Game on LDTV Sports, sponsored by Deborah Heart and Lung Center, where experience matters. 800-555-1990. www.deborah.org. Cherry Hill Nissan, home of the friendly Nissan Giant. On the web at cherryhillnissan.com. Philadelphia Wholesale Produce Market. All the best, all right here. 215-336-3003. Or on the web at www.pwpm.net. Comegno Law Group, specializing in general and special education law, representing individuals, families, public boards of education, and independent schools. 888-313-IDEA or ComegnoLaw.com. Wilmore School of Gymnastics, where every child is special. In Mount Laurel, 856-234-5292. And in Medford, 609-654-9337. Medford Village Car Care, serving the area's car care needs for 30 years. Located at 11 North Main Street in Medford, 609-654-4023. Ivy Rehab Physical Therapy, where it's all about the people, with locations throughout Burlington County. On the web at ivyrehab.com. For information on how your business can become a sponsor of LDTV Sports, contact Joe Malagrana, LDTV Underwriting Manager, at 609-268-2000, extension 8680, or by email jmalagrana@lrhsd.org.
Well, this is is nice.
So, what do you want to talk to me about, Mom?
Oh, at school, do they, have any of your friends ever taken drugs, sweetie?
I don't think so.
Does anyone ever talk about drugs at school?
Talking to your kids about drugs can be tough, so you'll need to be ready. For help, visit our website at drugfree.org.
Connect with the Lenape Regional High School District highlights page on Facebook to see outstanding achievements of our students and staff. Just type LRHSD highlights, hit like, and you'll get the latest updates on achievements in academics, extracurricular activities, community service, and athletics from all 4 of the Lenape District's high schools. From success in the classroom, to volunteering in the community, to milestones on the court, there's a lot to like with the Lenape Regional High School District highlights page.
And welcome back to our second half of field hockey coverage. It's the Shawnee Renegades and the Cherokee Chiefs, and the Renegades have a 1-goal lead going into 30 more minutes of field hockey. Now chipping away at it, it's eventually out of bounds though, and both sides have switched as per field hockey tradition after one half. And the whistle blown in the middle of the field now, and Feldman will be the one to take it. Hitting it up and ahead. And now drags it along the left side. I believe that's Yarzinski, number 24, for the Chiefs.
So Cherokee trying to get a little offensive action going here to start the second half. You know, it was interesting. The first 7 or 8 minutes of the game was kind of a feeling out. The next 7 or 8 minutes was kind of a Cherokee possession edge. And then the breakaway by number 13, Julie Duncan, gave us our only goal. And then after that goal, the timeout by Coach Tolliver. And since that point, it was almost a domination territorially wise by Shawnee in that first half. But I give Cherokee a lot of credit. They did not let that second goal in and played tough defense around goalkeeper Sam Rubin, and that's why we're only 1-0. So anything can happen. One mistake by Shawnee, and this could be a tie ball game.
And speaking of Shawnee, they're moving
comes Duncan
very quickly.
again.
And now a slapper, and it goes wide to the right side.
Not sure if that was a shot or a pass to Sabrina Solomon, but either way, it did not connect. Boy, I'll tell you, that was a 3-on-1, and Shawnee golden opportunity there to add to their 1-goal lead. Cherokee might have dodged a bullet there, Jack. There's a stick obstruction.
Feldman takes this one and bullets it out to the middle. Stops though, and Yarzinski will try to drag it up.
Oh, nice battle over there. Ends up in possession, Shawnee. Oh, Copper gets that stick stuck in there, deflected it, went out of bounds, but Katie Copper was very willing to get in there to try to deflect that ball and go the other way for the Chiefs.
And Duncan will give back, and
nice little touch pass to Boyle.
Getting it up and ahead now, up to number 42.
Colette Yukshusian. I believe that the Yukshusian family is a dental family. I've seen their signs, braces and stuff. Don't know if she's part of that family, but not a very common name.
Certainly not as common as Watson or Glossner.
Watson, certainly.
And now let's take a look at our Cherry Hill Nissan replay of this past Shawnee attempt.
You can see here as the camera will pick it up, Shawnee definitely has an advantage manpower-wise, and it was a pass, most definitely a pass, but just went through. Great opportunity. Uh-oh, here we go.
Jumping right back into action here. It goes very high there.
It's loose right in front. Oh, kicked out nicely by Rubin. And now they battle for it, and we're going to go the other way. So Sam Rubin keeping Cherokee only a goal down, and as I said, anything can happen as Jess Havers moves up the right side now, Jack.
Now Havers will take it with 3 Shawnee defenders chasing her, and she'll try to get a centering pass out there now.
It's
And
loose in front.
moves
They score! Wait, is it a goal? Yes, it is a goal.
The referee points down, and it's a tie game. A great effort from the Cherokee Chiefs.
There you go,
team-wise.
one rush. The strong defensive play by goaltender Sam Rubin kept Cherokee in it. Now they've got the tie game.
In a matter of 5 seconds, the entire scope of the game has changed. And now Shawnee furiously attempts to get back on offense.
Duncan.
She'll give to the side and kicked away furiously there.
There's another drive. This one, and then again kicked away with authority by Sam Rubin. What a turnaround. You had Shawnee that had the 2-on-1 there. The pass didn't connect, couldn't poke it home. Come back down within a couple minutes later. Cherokee gets the goal, and now we're 1-1.
And now let's take a look at our Cherry Hill Nissan replay of that goal.
It was Havers coming down the right side, and then the pass went in front, and
Tipped in, I believe, by number 24.
Is that Yarsinski?
Yarsinski.
Lovely goal. Lovely play by Havers. And it appeared that maybe Megan French, number 20 in there, was involved. And then I think it was Yarsinski that finally put it in the back of the net. Good passing. There's a push.
And a big swing there will be delivered, and passing it around now is Shawnee. A nice repossession there by Cherokee, and
Here comes French looking for Havers. It's through. Oh, it's going to be a corner. Havers again looked like she was looking for Yarsinski, but got cut off there. But one of the Shawnee girls, I couldn't tell which number it was. But we're going to have a corner here for a now strongly offensive-minded Cherokee team. Joelle Wash, number 11, will take the corner. It goes to Novak.
and she'll take the short pass
Oh,
there.
almost a give and go there. Foul against Shawnee, so we'll go back to another corner. Feldman's right there. Novak's right there. This is Novak. Just slipped off her stick. Oh, big drive. We're going to look for a deflection in front. Shawnee
Stacking
there.
the pads, though.
Nice setup there. Megan French had a couple of girls in front looking for maybe a deflection. We've got another one. Now we got some changes here. Looks like a little discussion there with Jess Havers. Still Novak and Feldman. French is over on the far right. Now they go to Havers, who gets a drive away, but that's deflected out again by Shawnee. So now we'll have a sideline ball.
And it's Novak for the Chiefs. She starts up from the left side. Now a short pass here, a stoppage.
Well defended there by Shawnee. But
Now
right
Cherokee
back.
takes it right back. And now stops it there.
Wrist
A
shot. Oh, nice kick save. Gianna Glatz.
And now shoved off of the ball. Now Shawnee will try to gain momentum here.
Got a stick violation there. Shawnee keeps going now. Olivia Dre looks to try to get it to Bridget Boyle. They battle for it, but Megan French steps inside.
And now charging up with it here.
It's Havers.
A good individual effort so far.
And then turns and takes a shot, but a nice stick. It's loose in front. They poke at it again. And I don't know what we have. We have a girl down. We have a goalie making saves. We got us a hockey game, Jack Watson. Chiefs look like a whole different team this half, don't they, Jack?
Absolutely. Lots of momentum going their way. Great chances so far.
They are putting a lot of pressure on the Renegade defense.
They're saying, this is our home turf in the second half. We're going to come back. We're going to put on a good show for our home fans. Now hitting it up, fighting for it there was Megan French, but no luck there for the Chiefs.
Nice jump in there by Yarsinski. Or no, I'm sorry, that's 14. Alyssa Gervasi. We got a stick, so.
And now it's time to take it to our AXA Equitable Sideline Report. AXA Equitable has been providing millions of customers with life insurance, annuities, and other needs-based products since 1859. AXA Equitable, be life confident. That number, once again, is 732-452-7275. And now for our second half sideline report with Sam Avoro. Sam?
Thanks, Jack. I talked to Coach Tolliver from Shawnee during halftime, and she was telling the team to communicate better, move around the field, and stay low. And while they were having their little huddle, she asked them what they thought they could do to improve as well. And so far, it looks like they've been doing as good as they have been working on that as good as they can. However, Cherokee did score a goal, so back to you guys.
Thank you very much, Sam, and we jump right back into action here.
While we were away, we missed a big drive by Julie Duncan that hit the crossbar. Now, she wasn't going to count because it was over the shoulder, so, but it was kind of cool to see. You could hear it ring off the crossbar. Oh, fighting her way through a couple of Cherokee defenders for a good shot, and a save by Rubin. And another one, and another one. And it goes over the end line. So, Shawnee answering the goal with a little flurry of activity down around the Cherokee goal.
And now out of bounds.
You know, we talked in the opening about a competitive game and what an evenly matched game this could be. You know, the 5-1 victory of Shawnee earlier this year, things kind of got away early from Cherokee, from, you know, what I heard from a couple of I have some friends on the coaching staffs of both teams, and this one has certainly not gotten away from either team, although it looked like it could early in the second half when Shawnee had a great scoring opportunity, didn't cash in, and shortly thereafter, Cherokee tied the game, and now it seemed to give a lift to Cherokee here this entire second half, as they have been, as I said earlier to you, Jack, they look like a whole different squad out there right now. Centering pass, but that's going to go deflected out by Shawnee, so it'll be Cherokee ball.
And with this stoppage, it will be Cherokee ball from the left side. Now twisting around a few defenders there, but the two defenders will be too much. And now passes it along ahead. And up the right side. Centers out in front and kicked away, but play stays alive. And a stoppage here. It's Cherokee ball. And now let's take a look at our Cherry Hill Nissan replay of the past shot, which hit the crossbar as previously mentioned.
Yeah, this was while Sam was giving us her wonderful sideline report. It was Julie Duncan making her way to just outside and just inside the circle, and a big drive that you can see lifts well way too high, and then just bangs off the crossbar.
Now Cherokee looks to start from their own end, but it's taken back rapidly by Shawnee, and now trickling out in front, and a kick will keep that away. And it looks like we're going to get a corner. So a corner hit. From the left side, it's going to be number 8, Jackie Schmidt. A big windup, it dribbles
to Duncan.
And now a shot.
Oh, it's loose right in front. Oh, nice
for
move,
the deflection up in front.
They had Sam Rubin out of position, but couldn't finish it off.
And now drives it ahead. If she breaks out here, there's not much defense from Shawnee.
Jess Havers over there. Nice defensive play. Lindsay Engel.
Very high there.
Stopped the...
Dodges to get out of the way. And
Stopped Havers' upward momentum to the down the field.
now wrists one back into the possession of Cherokee, where Yarsinski will fight for it. And she'll bring it along to the left side. Now stops for a whistle. Cherokee will start with it at the top of the key. And now a hit sweeping pass. Tries to bring it around to the right side here, and it's wristed out of the possession of Cherokee. Now chopping it away at it. Multiple players here, and it will trickle out of bounds. A corner ahead. And Cherokee will receive yet another corner attempt. And on this one, tie ball game. Lots of possibilities here. Let's see which one they'll go with. And a winding pass, but it's short. And a good job of defending it there. And she will attempt the clear, gets it past one Cherokee player. And she will clear. Looking for a teammate up ahead. And a stoppage will give the offense a chance to recuperate.
Hit off her foot, and so that'll go over to Cherokee. Halfway through this second half, game tied at 1 now.
Now slides one parallel.
Number 6, Lily Fox in there now. Battling for the ball.
And now chasing after it.
Yarsinski cut off nicely by number 43, Lily Argyle. Now Novak.
Setting up for the pass.
Oh, good stop. Lindsay Engel, number 30. Head for Duncan. Got one girl to beat. Oh, but they're going to call it bounced up and maybe hit her.
"13 minutes and change to go here as it moves its way out of bounds. And at this time, I'd like to thank all of our LDTV Sports crew. These are all students who are getting a hands-on experience with a live television set. And those students are Alyssa Biederman, Nicholas Calora, Michael O'Malley, Charles McCarthy, Dominic Ballerini, Anthony Vagonis, Josh Gladstone, Sean Kelly, and our Option 2 students. And a chance there. And our Option 2 students, Adam Darengowski, Anthony Pizzo, Lindsay Wood, Gabby Friedman, Jeff Price. And of course, our on-air talent crew, sideline reporter Sham Voro, color commentator Scott Glossner, and myself, Jack Watson.
While Jack was reading the crew, number 44, Maddie Bray, had a very good chance there. Just kind of went out of her reach. Oh, well done. Lindsay. Looked like Julie Duncan had an opportunity, but Lily Feldman stepped right in and took the ball away. Oh, there's a huge hit, but that'll be over the shoulder. Ball goes more than shoulder high. It comes back and goes the other way. And that was an example of that, and so that will be a, if you want to call it a turnover, you can, but that ball will then go to Shawnee at the point of from where Ms. Feldman took the hit.
Shawnee will start an offensive attempt here, charging at it, and tries to run fast.
Score! Might have been Duncan. Nope. No goal. No goal. No goal. Didn't go in. Went wide. Boy, that couldn't have missed by much, though.
And a whistle here, and Cherokee will begin the long road back.
It's like a stick obstruction there. Havers. Havers moves up that left side. She's got Yarsinski with her, kind of just overran it. Nice inside-outside. They're going to call a foul there. Oh, big clear. Oh, got an open winger on the left side. Duncan, tried to go back and a nice block, but they'll call it. It hit off the foot, I believe, of number 22, Rachel Grace. But then goes right back over to Cherokee again.
And now a laser pass, a little too much for Yarsinski. As she will trot away from it here. And now Shawnee will start from their own end. Now taken back by Cherokee. They've got 4 up ahead, but...
Good battle there between Havers and Mancini. And eventually the ball comes over to Shawnee. To Duncan.
Now a 2-on-1 chance here. She's wide open.
And a
great
save by Rubin again. Sam Rubin has kept Cherokee in this game. It's the reason they're tied right now. And she comes way out with a big kick. Number 42, Colette Yakshusian, with a great opportunity, and Sam Rubin answers the call. And now we've got a violation, and we're going to go back over to Cherokee. Big save. Nice setup by Duncan to Yakshusian, and Rubin equal to the task. I got to tell you, Jack, if Cherokee somehow pulls out a victory, Sam Rubin has to be certainly highly considered for our player of the game, as she's made several big saves against the Renegades.
And now
Here
the Cherokee offense
Havers.
tries to start something.
Havers in, and there's another nice save by goalkeeper Gianna Glatz. Both goalkeepers shown flashing a little leather, as they say in the NHL. Of course, since they don't wear gloves, it'd be hard to say you're flashing some leather.
Now Duncan will swing one along to the right side.
They've got numbers.
A growing play here.
Duncan's in the middle. There it is. Oh, nice defensive play by Alyssa Gervasi. She comes out with it and tries to send it up to a forward. Stays right with it. Looked like Shawnee had numbers, and Gervasi made a nice defensive play. Ball back over to Cherokee.
And now let's take a look at our Cherry Hill Nissan replay of that pass save. And wow,
Here
this
comes
was a big
Duncan
one.
to Yakshusian. And look at the position by the goalkeeper. Gets square to the shooter and makes a nice save. Back at the other end, Cherokee with an opportunity that Glatz kicks out. Both goalies helping out their team substantially here in the second half now. Here come the Renegades again.
Now charging up with it with a successful so far
Julie
fast break
Duncan.
offense. Now a big winding
Oh,
shot.
and another save by Rubin. It's loose. It's right in front. Stick obstruction. We're going to have a corner, I believe. I believe that was Danya before. Looks like Yakshusian is going to take the corner. Comes out to Duncan. A big drive, and it goes wide. No deflection there, so the ball will belong to Cherokee. 7 minutes now, as we're looking at the clock across the way from us and on your screen remaining. If they tie, I believe we have a single overtime period of 10 minutes. And since it's regular season, the game would end in a tie if nobody scores in that 10-minute period.
And akin to professional hockey, I believe, 1 goal wins it.
I do believe you're right. I believe it is sudden death or sudden victory, whatever the proper term is these days. Both teams battle along the far side.
And a slide. Shawnee's got it again. And another whistle. Multiple whistles here.
Timeout. I believe Coach Tanucci has called her timeout now. 6:05 on the official clock as we can see it. As much as Shawnee controlled the first half of this game, it's been an exact 180-degree turn here in the second half. I'd have to give territorial edge and the only goal, of course, as we know, to Cherokee in the second half.
Absolutely. And with that, it's time to take it to our safe driving trivia question of the game, presented by the Heads Up, Eyes Forward campaign from LDTV. And we'll have that question in a moment. And that question is, how many teens are killed from distracted driving each day? Is it A, 3, B, 7, or C, 11? Any number of those would certainly be frightening.
All three of those numbers are way too many.
Absolutely, way too many. And we'll come back with that answer soon. To learn more about our Heads Up, Eyes Forward campaign here at LDTV, please visit www.lrhsd.org/headsup.
Great campaign by the district to let the young people, and Jack, not just young people, I see so many people out there on the highways talking, adults I'm talking about, driving, talking on their cell phones, texting. It's just running rampant in this country, and it's causing way too many accidents and way too many loss of lives. And that will be my public service announcement for today. Stop texting and driving, stop talking and driving, drive the car.
So not only do you get field hockey action, but you get a great big lesson from our teacher, resident teacher, Scott Glossner.
All right, 6:05 remaining in the second half of a 1-1 tie here at Cherokee High School. Possession is Cherokee's, and back to Jack Watson.
And now back there, and a good steal by number 7, Katie Copper. And Copper will chip it along and ahead, but deflected out of bounds.
Deflected out by Shawnee, so Cherokee maintains possession.
And Novak will wind up for a big pass. Now moving close to the center. Little too close for Shawnee's comfort, Vic Rawdon. And now charging ahead at it. Oh, it's a fight for it here. And a whistle. And it's Shawnee ball.
Here comes Yaxusion down the left side. Oh, again a nice play. I'll tell you, Alyssa Gervaisi's made several nice defensive plays in the course of this second half to break up Shawnee rushes.
It's out of bounds, Shawnee ball. And
There's
now
a
Cherokee
push.
ball. Now winding up with it, could not connect.
Leading, sending Havers down that right side, cutting into the center. This is going to be a scoring opportunity, Jack. She takes the drive and deflected out. Nice back checking there by, I believe that might be number 32. Yes, it was Bridget O'Hanlon from Shawnee. So Cherokee possession on the side. I'm going to go out on a limb here, Jack. Next goal wins.
Oh, absolutely. With this time constraint here, just a little bit under 4.5 minutes to go in regulation time, let alone overtime. And now charging very quickly. Now will be
Julie Duncan. She got one earlier this way with all that speed.
Duncan
She's right in on goal. Oh, and a missed a golden opportunity again. Wow. Number 15, Sabrina Solomon, it just went through, just bounced a little on her. You know, and that's the tough thing about playing on grass. You know, maybe if you're at Shawnee and you're on the turf, Jack, that ball doesn't come up like that. And that's a different feel when you're on grass versus turf. Here come the Renegades again. Oh, nice step in there by Lily Feldman. Gonna be a stick obstruction, so it'll go back to Shawnee, and they move quickly. They're looking to center here. There's the pass. Oh, and another swing and a miss. They've had several opportunities in that last couple of minute flurry.
And now let's take a look at our Cherry Hill Nissan replay of Shawnee's latest offensive
Tremendous
chance.
speed by Julie Duncan here to get by the two defenders. She had Ruben out, and oh, you see it just bounce a little bit off the turf and just over Solomon's stick. Duncan's speed again set that up, though. We got an obstruction.
And a
big
big
hit.
pass to get it deep into the zone.
There's again Gervaisi. Steps right in the passing lane for Cherokee. 2.5 minutes now. And counting down.
It's a tight game here if you're just tuning in or if you've been with us for the whole time.
Far left side, it's Haver. Centers. Oh, there's a nice kick out by Gianna Glatz. As Yarsinski was in there looking for something to come through to her. Oh, we got a corner. Here we go, Jack. Under 2 minutes to go. Cherokee corner. Can they deliver one here? There go the rest of the team back to the midfield line. You got your 4 defenders. You got Novak there. You probably have Feldman right there next to her. This time it goes to Havers. She winds up and drives. It's Lucid right in front. They shoot! They shoot again, and all the defense is there to make a great save. It got by the goalie, but the defense was there to back her up. Wow. It's exciting, Jack. It's exciting stuff here. They're battling for it. Oh, stick obstruction. A minute
Now let's
to
take a
go
look at
now.
our Cherry Hill Nissan replay of this past chance.
Swing and a miss. Too high with the stick. This is going to be the corner. You see them battling, but the Shawnee defense stayed tough right there.
And speaking of the Shawnee defense, they get an interception here. Now she'll stop with it. A big line.
Oh, nice. Oh, boy. Feldman with a nice play there. Goes all the way through. That's going to go all the way over the end line, I'm guessing. Yep. Too far. 30 seconds now is by the time they get this ball back in play. Oh, yes. This has all the makings of an overtime now, Jack.
Now to flex out
White
of bounds.
ball. 20 seconds. One last opportunity. Oh, nicely done. Good stick. Kept the stick on the ground. 10 seconds. Duncan double teamed.
And now a whistle here.
8. Here's Julie Duncan. She's going to take a big, long drive. It's almost like a pitching wedge. It stays in play. Less than a second. That's it.
And that's the end of regulation time. It's a tie ball game here.
So now I do believe we have 1 10-minute overtime. And Jack, I'm just going to leave the booth a minute and go talk to our officials just to confirm that it is sudden death. All right, so take it over for a minute, Jack.
Absolutely. In 60 minutes of field hockey saw many huge opportunities from both sides. Lots of fiery offensive action from both the blue and the orange teams. But now it's, I believe, 10 minutes of sudden death overtime. If there is no winner, it results in a tie. But both of these teams in a rivalry matchup certainly want to get the W here. As we get a chance to see Cherokee's huddle here. And the Chiefs are going to want to utilize a lot of the momentum that they had gained in the second half. And it's the end of regulation time here on LDTV Sports. The Shawnee Renegades won, the Cherokee Chiefs have a goal as well. And if you'd like to catch our next game here on LDTV Sports, it's going to be Girls Lacrosse Playoffs, Cherry Hill East at Lenape. And for a full list of all of our LDTV Sports broadcasts, please visit www.ldtv LRHSD.org/LDTV. And if you'd like to purchase a copy of this very exciting Shawnee Renegades versus Cherokee Chiefs game, please visit www.lrhsd.org/LDTV copies.
I have returned.
Scott Glossner has returned.
Would you like to know what I found out?
Absolutely.
$5. No. 10 minutes.
Every time, Scott, every time.
10 minutes, sudden victory. Team that scores wins. No goal in 10 minutes. This game ends in a tie. When we get into the playoffs, which will be on LDTV, you play 10 minutes. And I believe it's 2 10 minutes in the playoffs. But anyway, it can never be a tie in the playoffs. Yeah, playoffs, 2 minutes, 2 sudden death overtime periods. And if that's still a tie, then you go to penalty strokes.
And now we get a look at the Shawnee coach, Renee Tolliver. It's her 9th season as the head coach of the Renegades. They defeated Cherokee 5-1 on October 7th, and this has certainly not been such a blowout here at Cherokee High School.
No, and as I said earlier, talking to a couple of the coaches, that game got out of hand early. 3 or 4 goals, a couple of chips here and there, and it made a difference.
And now let's take a look at the answer of our heads up, eyes forward, safe driving trivia question of the game. And that question was, how many teens are killed from distracted driving each day? Was it A, 3, B, 7, or C, 11? All terrifying answers indeed. And it is C, 11.
Standing next to is one of our referees, and she had it right on the numbers.
Absolutely.
Nice to know she's not just another pretty face, Jack.
And for more on our LDTV Heads Up, Eyes Forward campaign, please visit www.lrhsd.org/headsup.
Well, one thing about overtime is it could make the decision of the truck or the player of the game pretty easy if somebody scores. That's certainly got to give a leg up to the player of the game and play of the game if there's an overtime goal. If not, and this one ends in a 1-1 tie, I'm glad I'm not on that decision-making committee. But both teams, what a difference of 2 halves, really, Jack. The first half was dominated by Shawnee, really, and the second half, for the most part, was dominated by Cherokee. A couple of good opportunities for Shawnee. You could probably see why a game could get away at 5-1. Shawnee probably had the better chances in that second half. At least 2 occasions I can think of where they had opportunities that, bounce here and there, and maybe it's a goal instead of bouncing off over the stick and going over the end line.
And it's Sharon Tanucci's 17th season as the head coach of the Cherokee Chiefs. Her career record is 205 victories, 86 losses, and 39 ties.
First year back, though, as head coach. Retired in 2007, and 7 years later she comes back to take the helm of the mightily successful over the years Cherokee field hockey program. These are 2 of the most successful programs in all of South Jersey, let alone in the Lenape District. Possession will be Cherokee's to start. Jess Havers for play-by-play action in the overtime. Back to Jack Watson.
And Cherokee, the home team, begins with the possession on this one. And now playing it up ahead will be Feldman. But it's Shawnee ball here. She'll place it back where it's supposed to be. And play it ahead.
Oh, by the way, my prediction of next goal wins absolutely has to come true now.
That's right. And now a stoppage here.
And every corner now is gets you excited. Certainly gets the blood rushing for the defense and the offense. Both teams standing. You can't really see it in our picture right now, but as we look across the field here, both teams on their feet. Varsity, JV, the coaching staff.
Now a key corner here.
Looks like number 30, Lindsay Engel. To Julie Duncan. She stops it. Challenged and nice play by number 7, Katie Copper.
The pass, I believe, a little bit too slow there.
Yeah, allowed Copper to charge out. She goes back with it and now sets up the offensive rush.
And now going to her knees there to try to stop that one.
Looks like Duncan Gonna try to make a move. She
Oh,
did.
wow.
This is the angle she scored from earlier, but that one's gonna be kicked out, but it would have been wide anyway. But Rubin just kicked it out anyway. No foul, and the ball goes over the end line. It'll go to Cherokee. That was the angle that Duncan had for her first goal early in the game, and this time she tried to go short side, but Sam Rubin was equal to the task. Rubin did a much better job there of cutting down the angle on Duncan.
And now a chance here for the Chiefs.
She's
Chips
got-
up ahead. It's a 2-on-1 here.
It's Havers. She's in.
And the goalie
Goalie's
comes out
there.
to challenge.
Makes a
and
little
good
bit of a
defense
deflection.
there.
We're going to have a corner. Gianna Glatz coming way out of her net. Timeout? No, wait, what do we got here? Clock stoppage. Thought we had a timeout. We're going to have a discussion between our officials. Talking it over. Is the call going to stand? What do we have here?
Speaking to a few Shawnee players.
Yeah, I think she was speaking to the goaltender. I'm not sure about what. I was a little worried there. They might call it a penalty stroke there, but they didn't. All right, here comes. Shawnee had a corner, and now Cherokee has their first corner. Goes to Feldman. Cross,
Now
flicks
wrists
in
one up.
front. Loose,
And now it's
ball's
behind
loose.
her.
They dive for it. The ball's
goalie
still
falls down.
loose. And eventually cleared out by the Renegades. Wow, exciting action in the goal crease area. Gervasi brings it back. Now tries to center, but just rolls off her stick. And possession will go over to Shawnee now.
Shawnee begins the long road back with 3 minutes eliminated from the sudden death overtime clock.
Feldman. Havers. Havers gets around one. Tries to center for Yarsinski. Oh, nice defensive play by Engel.
Now Shawnee tries to bring it up with speed.
I think that's Boyle.
And a good check
Stopped
there.
momentarily.
Slows down the play. A good job there. And now a shoving violation.
I think we got a replacement coming in for Engel. That's Hopkins.
And as we saw from regulation time, Hopkins has been efficient at creating multiple offensive opportunities. They're going to want her here. Starting from up ahead. Now whiffing on the pass there.
There's Gervasi again. Solid defensive game for number 14, Alyssa Gervasi. It's loose. They're in front. Oh, and the shot goes wide. I believe that was number 44, Maddie Bray, with a shot right in front of the goal and just pulled it wide. And so the ball will go back over to Cherokee as we approach the halfway mark of this overtime session.
Now Yarsinski. And she'll use the back of her stick now to try to keep it away.
Well done. Lily Argyle, nice defense. Oh, there it
Pass
is.
up front.
But Gervasi stands tall again. With the battle, Duncan wins it finally. She's in. She shoots. And another routine save for Rubin. Cherokee keeps possession now. Oh, now Shawnee with a takeaway. There's Gervasi again. Ball to Cherokee.
And now chasing
Havers
up
got a
ahead, now
breakaway.
a breakaway.
She's in. She shoots. And a
Big
save! And they're going to call, I don't know what, but some sort of obstruction, something. Oh, wow. Gianna Glatz, as Jess Havers had the game winner on her stick on a pure breakaway. And Glatz comes up huge. Oh, big drive. They're right there. They're in front. Oh, nice team defense, but it's going to be a corner. Good team defense by Shawnee there, Jack. Some excellent chances by both squads. None better than just a few seconds ago when Jess Avers had the pure breakaway and Gianna Glatz came up huge. Saved the game there for Shawnee. Feldman, big drive. That's deflected out by Shawnee, so it'll be on the side now for Cherokee. Feldman's over there. Tries to get it through to Havers, eventually does. She centers. Uh-oh, uh-oh.
Now a chance starting here for Shawnee. Up with it there.
That's Fusion.
As the sun finds its way through the clouds, the ball finds its way into the Shawnee offensive zone. And now a centering pass attempt.
Big centering attempt that nobody was able to get a stick on.
Now let's take a look at our Cherry Hill Nissan replay of the breakaway save.
Jess Havers, big sliding save by Gianna Glatz. You know, that's the interesting thing between field hockey and, you know, you play ice hockey or street hockey. You can make a deke and moves and go backhand, forehand. You really can't do that in this sport. You can't go backhand per se. That's a huge save by Glatz. 2 minutes now in overtime.
A hard-fought game so far.
Hopkins.
Here's a chance.
No,
Save.
Gervaisi.
Wow, what a save.
Gervaisi with the block, and there's the shot. It goes just wide. Oh, another opportunity for the Renegades. Wow, back and forth opportunities here, Jack. Clock has been stopped. I do believe Lily Feldman, or maybe a timeout.
And it is a timeout.
1:41 on the game clock. In regulation, the saves of Sam Rubin kept this game, Cherokee in the game, until they got the tying goal. In overtime, the huge save by Gianna Glatz on the Havers breakaway has kept Shawnee from probably sure defeat. And now 1:41 left before this game ends in a tie.
And now let's take a look at our Cherry Hill Nissan replay of that past chance. Now you got a big winding pass here.
And there is Gervaisi there, who got the deflection before the ball even got to Sam Rubin. What a game that Miss Gervaisi has had. She's been the #1 defender for the Chiefs today, stopping a couple of great opportunities. Not necessarily shots on goal like the last one, but even centering passes or passes for opportunities to score. So it'll be Cherokee ball with 1:41 remaining in the overtime session. Looks like Joelle Wash is going to take it to start off this play. Everybody in position. And we're ready to go.
And a big hit tries to keep it away, but nothing doing there. Now bending down to try to push it further.
That's what they talk about, staying low. Comes out to Yarsinski, kind of got tangled up on her feet a bit. They battle for it. Possession Shawnee. Oh, nice, Yarsinski. Good hand-eye coordination there. Batted it out about 7 inches off the ground.
Now a pass out to the near side. And a slapper to try to get it deep into the zone. Collected up by Duncan, who slides.
But it can't prevent it from going over the end line. Under a minute. You know, I know both teams want to win, but it's almost appropriate the way both teams have played very well in this overtime and throughout the game that this one ends in a tie if it does.
A hard-fought game by both sides. Lots of good chances.
Yeah, you
Definitely
hate
not
to see somebody lose a game like this. Havers, far left side. She's cutting in. She's still cutting in. And a stick obstruction will go the other way with under 30 seconds now. Darsinski with a nice work with the back of her stick, with the stick turned around, I shouldn't say the back, off her ankle. 15 seconds. It's going to take a monumental effort to get a goal in the last 15 here by either squad. Havers has a break. Less than 5.
Still here.
And another save by Glatz. And that's going to be it. Glatz stopped her on a breakaway.
What a way to end the game
there.
there.
The referee's pointing at something. I'm not sure. Are we done? Or do we have one more corner? Wow. Interesting.
The referees instruct another corner. I don't know how much time is going to be put on the clock.
None. I think this is it. They either score or the game's over, my guess is. I'm not sure. Wouldn't this be bizarre, Jack? Joelle Walsh is going to take it. She centers. Some sort of violation. Maybe they left too early out of the goal. I'm not sure. There's a bouncer. Havers, she's going to get a shot. And there's the save. And that's going to be it. Must have been some sort of stoppage time maybe that they keep on the field because the clock is unofficial. But we play 50 minutes instead of 40.
And now let's take a look at our Cherry Hill Nissan replay of the past breakaway save.
And this would have counted. Havers jumps inside, and again the sliding and stacking of the pads by Gianna Glatz.
Now tried to whack it.
Well, and then they called the corner, and there's your final. 1-1. 6th ranked Shawnee Renegades, 6th ranked in South Jersey, come into Cherokee, and the Chiefs and Renegades end in a 1-1 tie. They could meet each other, I would imagine, in the future in the Group 4 playoffs. I assume they're both still in Group 4 and both still in South Jersey. And boy, won't that be something if they do.
Definitely something indeed. And man, this was a hard-fought game for both sides. It's a tough ending for both sides, but an appropriate one, as you said, because it was a very even game.
Yeah, I mean, you don't like ties. You know, you've played enough athletics, and I have too, Jack, that a tie never makes you feel good. But I'll tell you, it would have been a real shame for either one of these teams who played their hearts out. I know that's a cliche, but they really gave it everything they had, and it's almost appropriate that this one ends in a 1-1 tie.
And here at LDTV Sports, we're going to take a short break. We'll be right back with our play and player of the game. Stay tuned.
Today's game on LDTV Sports, sponsored by Deborah Heart and Lung Center, where experience matters. 800-555-1990. www.deborah.org. Cherry Hill Nissan, home of the friendly Nissan Giant. On the web at cherryhillnissan.com. Philadelphia Wholesale Produce Market. All the best, all right here. 215-336-3003. Or on the web at www.pwpm.net. Comegno Law Group, specializing in general and special education law, representing individuals, families, public boards of education, and independent schools. 888-313-IDEA or ComegnoLaw.com. Wilmore School of Gymnastics, where every child is special. In Mount Laurel, 856-234-5292. And in Medford, 609-654-9337. Medford Village Car Care, serving the area's car care needs for 30 years. Located at 11 North Main Street in Medford, 609-654-4023. Ivy Rehab Physical Therapy, where it's all about the people, with locations throughout Burlington County. On the web at ivyrehab.com. For information on how your business can become a sponsor of LDTV Sports, contact Joe Malagrana, LDTV Underwriting Manager, at 609-268-2000, extension 8680, or by email jmalagrana@lrhsd.org. LDTV Sports brings you varsity sporting event coverage for the 4 Lenape District high schools: Cherokee, Lenape, Seneca, and Shawnee. With a schedule of over 40 games each school year, LDTV Sports is the perfect opportunity for your business to become part of an exciting tradition in the Lenape District community. When your business becomes part of LDTV Sports, not only will it be seen all across the 8 communities that make up the Lenape District, but you'll be affording district students the opportunity to learn and grow in a professional level television environment. LDTV Sports is currently offering a wide range of sponsorship packages. You can choose to sponsor the entire school year, a specific sports season, or even your favorite district high school. For a complete list of available sponsorship packages or more information on how you can become part of LDTV Sports, contact Joe Malagrana, LDTV Underwriting Manager, at 609-268-2000, extension 8680, or by email at jmalagrana@lrhsd.org. You can also visit the district website at www.lrhsd.org and click on LDTV. LDTV Sports, your teams, your town.
Now there's a drug available all across America.
Ecstasy changed my life.
Ecstasy is not for everyone. In fact, it's not for anyone. New studies show that ecstasy is toxic to the body. Side effects may include depression, severe anxiety, hypertension, heat stroke, seizures, heart attacks, liver damage, kidney or cardiovascular system failure, worried parents, loss of friends, isolation, emptiness.
Ecstasy changed my whole life.
Ask your doctor and see why ecstasy isn't right for you.
A Scott Glossner-less LDTV Sports telecast welcomed you back, where we just witnessed the Shawnee Renegades and the Cherokee Chiefs tie. The 6th-ranked Shawnee Renegades add 1 to the 3rd column, and so do the Cherokee Chiefs. And now it's time to take a look at our Reconstructive Orthopedics Player of the Game, brought to you by Reconstructive Orthopedics. 1-800-896-RECON, or on the web at www.reconstructiveortho.com. And now let's send it down to Sam Bora with our Player of the Game.
Okay, here I am with goalie Sam Rubin from Cherokee. What was your thought process on the one-on-one saves today?
Well, I know I had to stop the ball, and one-on-one, if it's just me and the girl, you gotta do what you gotta do and step up.
Okay, all right, so what do you think your strengths are as a team?
As a team, we like to play together and play strong. Today we played 2 halves of the game, and that's a really good thing for us because we haven't been doing that lately. And we stepped it up as a whole. We knew Shawnee is a really good team, and last year we beat them 1-0, and then they came back and got us, and we knew this was a big game for us.
Okay, and how does this game prepare you for playoffs next week?
For playoffs, next week we start, and the mentality of this game, the energy, it's just so positive, and we're prepared, and we know that we can take on RV next Friday and get a win, hopefully.
All right, well, congratulations and good luck next week. Back to you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sam. And Sam Rubin, the goaltender for the Cherokee Chiefs, a great game today. A few stacking the pad saves, a very, very strong performance in net, and an overall strong performance from both squads, both the Cherokee Chiefs and the Shawnee Renegades. And we've got the junior varsity squads dueling it out on the field here at Cherokee High School. And now it's time to take a look at our All-State You're in Good Hands play of the game, sponsored by Michael McDyer, CLTC at 609-654-1426 or Michael McDyer at allstate.com. Allstate, you're in good hands. And now let's take a look at that play, shall we? Lots of good plays in this one. But it appears as though a huge overtime pad stacking save. Jeez, that was a great save there. My goodness, a few players tried to jab at it, but nothing doing ultimately, and this game ends in a tie here on LDTV Sports. The final score, the 6th-ranked Shawnee Renegades won, and the Cherokee Chiefs won as well. That's gonna do it. That's all she wrote. Here at LDTV Sports, for Scott Glossner, Sam Varro, and everyone on crew here at the LDTV truck, I'm Jack Watson. Thanks for tuning in.
This program was produced by Lenape District Television.
Do you have a plan to increase security in places like that?
The district has up-to-date and well-tested emergency response plans